Have you ever been casually scrolling through social media and suddenly your timeline explodes because of just one photo? Well, that's what's happening in the K-pop world right now. One photo, one moment, one Kim Taehyung. Enough to make the entire army in the world turn upside down. This time, it's not about a comeback, not about a concert, but BTS's Kim Taehyung was caught on camera hanging out casually at a restaurant. And what's making a scene is not just his appearance, but also the atmosphere he brings. Let's dig deeper into why this simple moment can be so powerful for fans and even K-pop observers all over the world. Okay, so the story is like this. Recently, a viral photo showed Taehyung, or better known as V, walking in a restaurant in Seoul. From the photos that were spread, it's clear that Taehyung appeared very low-key. His outfit was simple, a basic t-shirt and a hat that was pulled down a bit to the front, as if he wanted to disguise his identity. But yeah, that's Kim Taehyung. No matter how disguised, his star aura still leaks everywhere. For ARMY, moments like this are rare and precious. Why? Because in the midst of the busy military schedule and the closed activities of BTS members, being able to catch a glimpse of Taehyung's life outside the idol world is like finding a treasure. It's about humanization, about being able to feel closer to idols who are usually only seen on stage with perfect lighting and choreography. If seen from a theoretical perspective, this phenomenon can be explained through the concept of parasocial relationships. This is a one-way relationship where fans feel they have an emotional bond with a public figure, even though the figure doesn't know them personally. So when there is a portrait of Taehyung looking normal in a restaurant, it strengthens this illusion of closeness. As if, hey, he's like us, you know. He also eats at restaurants and relaxes like ordinary people. And the effect? ARMY immediately feels more connected, closer to Taehyung. But why is it this exciting? In addition to the emotional factor, there is also the exclusivity factor. Content like this, candid celebrity moments, is rare, especially for a star as big as Taehyung, who is currently serving his mandatory military service. So when the photo appeared, it was like leaking his private world that is usually tightly closed. And humans are basically creatures who crave exclusivity. Something that is rare definitely feels more valuable. Even in marketing theory, this phenomenon makes sense. There is a term called the scarcity principle, the principle of scarcity. The rarer something is, the greater its perceived value. In this case, Taehyung's super rare public presence makes every little bit about him feel like a jackpot. There's also the visual branding aspect. Without realizing it, Taehyung also strengthens his image as a chill, classy, and effortless figure. No need to be noisy, no need to dress up too much. Just be yourself, and the world will still be fascinated. The photo also emphasizes the characteristics that have always been attached to Taehyung: artsy, mysterious, but still approachable. And, of course, netizens did not remain silent. Various speculations immediately emerged. Some wondered, is he in a new project meeting? Some were also excited because they saw friends at his table. Who is that with V? Ordinary friends, family, or maybe? And don't forget, the hidden comeback theory emerged because usually, if there is a small movement from the BTS members, fans immediately connect it to the possibility of a comeback or a secret project. Even some K-pop observers also spoke up, discussing how a celebrity like Taehyung still maintains privacy in the digital era like this. They appreciate how he maintains a balance between his public life and his private life. And this is not easy, considering that the public's expectations of Korean idols are often very high and sometimes unrealistic. But of course, behind this excitement, there is another side that needs to be noted: the importance of privacy boundaries. A mature ARMY realizes that even though they are excited, they still maintain ethics. Many fan sites and large fanbase accounts also choose not to disseminate detailed locations in order to respect Taehyung's privacy. This proves that the BTS fandom, especially ARMY, continues to grow in a more mature direction. And in the end, this incident once again reminds us that a figure like Kim Taehyung is not just a superstar on stage. He is also an ordinary human being who needs space to live and enjoy the little things like hanging out at a restaurant without spotlights. Now, if we relate this incident to the global phenomenon that is happening in the entertainment world, we can see that moments like this are increasingly blurring the line between public and private life. More and more celebrities are trying to keep their image healthy in the public eye, but sometimes they are surrounded by extraordinary expectations. For example, the phenomenon that happened to Taehyung, he indirectly taught us that ordinary life, such as eating at a restaurant, having a casual coffee, or even spending free time, can also become a global topic of conversation. This phenomenon is interesting because on the one hand, fans all over the world crave the opportunity to see their idols in a more real and authentic daily life. But on the other hand, it also shows how difficult it is for a celebrity to truly have space for themselves. Behind the spotlight and the expectations that are always lurking, they are still human beings who have personal needs. That is what creates a kind of tension between fan expectations and individual privacy. In the context of BTS and Taehyung, many say that they have long decided not to only be performers on stage, but also artists in their daily lives. That is, what they show to the world is a work of art in itself. Just look at how Taehyung always brings something more in every performance, be it in appearance, expression, or even through the choice of music he creates. Every moment of Taehyung seems to be a piece of art that is immortalized and adored by his fans. This is part of the narrative construction that they create, not just about being a star, but also about being part of something bigger, global pop culture. Of course, it cannot be denied that BTS and its members, including Taehyung, have long been symbols for many people around the world. They are not just a boy band, but a deeper cultural icon. Many say that BTS, and in this case Taehyung, are manifestations of a generation that is more aware of their own worth, which is not only seen from their professional achievements, but also how they manage their personal lives amidst the never-ending spotlight. So, even though we often see them in spectacular moments, incidents like this one at the restaurant remind us that they are also ordinary people who enjoy the little things in life. One interesting thing to discuss is how this phenomenon also leads to a change in mindset within the K-pop industry itself. In the past, idol culture was very separate from the personal lives of artists. Although now many are promoting the concept of authenticity, it is undeniable that many of them are still under great pressure to maintain their image and public expectations. This certainly contributes to the formation of the parasocial relationship pattern that we discussed earlier. In fact, now we can see how fans and the media are increasingly demanding that celebrities like Taehyung be open about their personal lives because they feel emotionally close. But what is interesting is that even though fans want to see them more close and real, they are still bound by an illusion maintained by the media. This normal personal life is actually something very special and rare. This is what makes every piece of information about an idol's personal life a big topic of conversation. However, there is something we need to remember. Even though fans really want their idols to be present in their daily lives, they still need to be respected as individuals. As we can see from Taehyung's moment at the restaurant, even though it should have been a very private activity, he still had to face the spotlight from various directions. This is a dilemma faced by many celebrities in this world, including in South Korea. On the one hand, they are expected to appear perfect on stage, but on the other hand, they are also humans who need privacy. This is certainly a big challenge in pursuing a career as an idol. Furthermore, if we step back a little and look at the global social context, BTS and Taehyung and other members have become part of a revolution in the international entertainment world. They prove that there is no limit to who can become a world star. K-pop, which was once considered a music genre that was only liked by a few people, has now become a global phenomenon that crosses cultural and linguistic boundaries. BTS and its members change the way we see idols, that they are not only products of a large industrial system, but also individuals with strong thoughts and views on the world.